In this video, we'll see an overview of the integration process between Alaan and Wafeq. To begin, click on the Wafeq option. Then click Continue. Basically, expense accounts and tax codes are imported from Wafeq to Alaan and are mapped with expense categories and tax codes. Our account statements, card expenses, and receipts will be exported back to the Wafeq account for Alaan card. Next, let's proceed with connecting to Wafeq. Click to connect, then click Continue. You will be navigated to sign in to your Wafeq account. Sign in with your administrative credentials, and you will be redirected to choose the organization to connect to Alaan. In the drop-down, you will see the organization option that you have already created in your Wafeq account. Only the organizations you have created will be visible here. Select the organization that you want to connect and click Connect. You will be redirected and the sync will be completed. To continue to the next step, click on Next Step. The second step is to import the tax codes from Wafeq. Click on Import Tax Code, but keep in mind that any existing tax codes in Alaan will be deleted. To continue, click on Import Tax Code. The tax codes are now imported from Wafeq. The next phase involves importing expense accounts. Begin by importing expense accounts from Wafeq. This process involves mapping them with the corresponding expense categories and tax codes to ensure a seamless sync of expenses. To proceed, click on Import Accounts. A pop-up will appear, asking for your confirmation to replace all existing GL account numbers with the expense accounts imported from the Wafeq. To confirm, click Yes. Now, the expense accounts from Wafeq are successfully imported. Here, you'll find an option to add more categories and map them with the expense accounts. Simply click on this option and add as many expense categories as you need, then map them with the expense accounts. We already have existing expense accounts, so now we'll map them with the expenses accounts. For instance, we'll map meals and entertainment with the tax code and Demo 100 category with rent expenses, expense account. This will be mapped with the default tax code of VAT on purchase. Don't worry if you can't map everything now. You can always do it later in the Settings tab. To proceed to the next step, click Next. The following step is to create a bank account. If you don't already have an account for Alaan on Wafeq, create one by clicking on Create Bank Account. If there are already existing bank accounts created in Wafeq, simply select one from the drop-down menu. Now, click on Create Bank Account. After creating the bank account, all expenses made in Alaan will be exported to the selected bank account. To proceed to the next step, click Next. Congratulations, your accounting setup is now complete. You're ready to export your spending in Alaan from the accounting view. To finish the setup, click Finish. Now, observe that the Wafeq integration has been completed. You can verify this in the Settings tab on the Accounting Integration page. It'll show that it has been connected. If you want to enable vendor mapping, simply click on Vendor Mapping. The vendor option will then be visible. To export expenses from Alaan to Wafeq, navigate to the Accounting tab. Select the expense you want to export. For instance, let's select this Adidas expense. Choose the expense account you want to map it to. Let's map it to Meals and Expenses. It will be selected and then choose a vendor to map it to. Let's attach a receipt. The receipt is now attached. You can also select cost centers, which are essentially the tags. As you can see, it's selected. Once you've filled out all the mandatory fields, you can approve and mark the expenses as ready. Let's mark this expense as ready. To check the expense that's been marked as ready, navigate to the Ready to Export tab. Under the All section, you'll find the expense that was marked as ready. Select this expense and click on Export. To check the expense that's been exported, navigate to the Exported Expense tab. Here you'll find the expense that has been exported. Currently, the export status is in progress. Once the expense is exported, the export status will be updated through Alaan. As you can see, this particular expense has been exported. To verify the expense that has been exported from Alaan to Wafeq, you'll need to log into your Wafeq account. Navigate to Wafeq, sign in with your administrative credentials, and here you will find all the expenses. In your Wafeq account, you can check the expenses that have been exported from Alaan to Wafeq. Under the Account section, you'll find the option Manual Journals. Click on this option and you'll find the expense that was exported from Alaan. You can check the expense according to the date. The expense that we've exported is right here. To view it, click on this option. You can view the expense that was exported. It will be displayed with date, reference number of your expense note, details about the expense, merchant name, Adidas, transaction amount, and more. You'll also see the selected expense account, currency FX, tax rate, debit amount, credit amount, vendor information, tags, and everything else. To verify the attachments, such as the receipt that was uploaded with that particular expense, you can verify it here. In the attached files, you will find the receipt that has been uploaded. If you want to make any changes in your Wafeq integration, navigate to the Settings tab. In the Settings tab, go to Accounting Integration. Here you can make changes in the Wafeq integration settings. If you want to change a bank account, click on this option, and you can select the bank account you want to change. If you want to disable the vendor mapping, click on this option and disable it. If you add any extra features such as chart of accounts, tax rates, or anything in Wafeq, and you want to sync that to Alaan, update them in Wafeq, and you can do an instant sync here. That will get updated in the Alaan platform. And finally, if you want to disconnect Wafeq, click on this option and you can disconnect. Thank you.